You're back. How are you doing?
Oh, not as well as I'd like to.
This is AJ, right?
Yes. Our arrangement payments to her.
And no child support during mediation.
Yes, ma'am, we did. But her jobs or her insurance no longer covers him.
There has to be what's called a material and substantial change.
That's very disappointing.
You wouldn't be entitled to receive any child support, unfortunately. Mr. Thornton,
Yes, ma'am.
you're back. How are you doing?
Oh, not as well as I'd like to.
Okay, all right. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, there's been some significant changes in my situation. And as you can see, Ms. Hernandez is not here today. And I have custody of the boy, and I have been, making our arrangement payments to her.
Okay.
Mr. Thorne steps into the courtroom, his face etched with fatigue and sorrow, carrying the kind of burden no parent should bear alone. The seat beside him, meant for the child's mother, remains empty, her absence louder than any words. He's honored every duty, paid every fee, done everything by the book, yet today feels heavier, different. This isn't about money anymore. It's about a truth that's been eating him alive, one he can no longer keep buried.
Our arrangement payments to her.
Okay.
But since the boy has come to stay with me, he's gotten himself into a lot of trouble.
Okay. What kind of trouble?
Well, he's been burglarizing some residents, and he was in an accident due to a police chase.
This is AJ, right?
Since AJ moved in with his father, life has unraveled into chaos. The boy's gotten into trouble, stealing, running wild, and barely escaping death in a reckless police chase. In court, Mr. Thorne isn't begging for punishment. He's pleading for help, desperate to pull his son back before he's lost for good. But as his voice trembles through the silence, one haunting question remains. Who will take responsibility for the destruction that has shattered their family's peace?
This is AJ, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And Ms. Hernandez refuses to acknowledge her responsibility to help me in covering some of these costs. I mean, the medical costs are quite extreme. My insurance is refusing to pay because it was a criminal act. In fact, they're probably going to drop me.
Okay.
And
if I remember correctly, you guys agreed to no child support during mediation.
yes, ma'am.
The bills keep piling higher than he can possibly pay, and the insurance company refuses to cover a dime because AJ's injuries came from his own mistakes. Now they threaten to cancel the policy altogether. Through it all, the mother stays silent, offering no money, no comfort, no presence. When the judge asks, "Didn't you give up child support in mediation?" the words cut deep. He did, and that one act of kindness has turned into his curse.
No child support during mediation.
Yes, ma'am, we did.
Okay. And since that time, nothing has really changed with the living arrangement. AJ still lives with you,
Yes, ma'am.
and you still have not been paying child support. You've been making the back child support payments.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Other than AJ getting in trouble, what else has happened? Like, what has changed?
Well, she has moved out of state, quit her job, so her insurance no longer covers him.
Okay.
AJ may still live under his father's roof, but his mother has vanished completely, quitting her job, leaving the state, dropping her insurance, and turning her back on every responsibility. Now, every expense, every tear, every sleepless night falls on Mr. Thorne alone. How can a parent simply walk away, leaving someone else to carry all the pain without facing any consequence?
Jobs or her insurance no longer covers him.
Okay.
In that aspect. And, the court costs, fines, and due to that accident, there was a lot of damage in which he's liable for, or I am, and it's almost impossible.
Okay.
For me to,
But AJ was double insured by both of you, right?
yes.
Okay. Here's the issue. In order to modify any type of child support situation, whether you receive child support or you don't receive child support, there has to be what's called a material and substantial change.
Interview 5, he's buried under fines, hospital bills, and endless court fees from the accident. Even though AJ was covered by both parents, somehow the entire financial storm has fallen squarely on him. The court now stands at a crossroads. Should this be enough to reconsider child support? But as the system grinds forward, what's called justice begins to look less like fairness and more like punishment.
There has to be what's called a material and substantial change. That means that AJ's living arrangements would have had to have changed. Something about his educational expenses have changed. Something about mom's income would have had to have changed. But in you guys' case, you agreed in mediation to no child support. So to go from no child support to receiving child support, you would have to fall in one of those categories for a material and substantial change. And based on what you said, you really don't fall into one of those.
That's very disappointing.
The judge speaks in a calm, mechanical tone, explaining that unless there's a major life change, like a new job or a shift in schooling, nothing can be done. Both parents agreed to waive support, and the law, rigid as stone, leaves no room for compassion. Mr. Thorne came seeking relief, but instead finds himself trapped in the very system he once trusted to protect his family.
That's very disappointing. So she's just free of any obligation? I mean...
Well, I wouldn't say she's necessarily free, but remember, you all did come to an agreement in mediation to no child support. So in order to start receiving child support, you would have to show that something has changed. So let's say, for instance, at the time of mediation, AJ still resided with her. Now he lives with you, then we can entertain child support at that point. But nothing has really changed since you guys have gone to mediation. Therefore, you wouldn't be entitled to receive any child support. Unfortunately.
I understand. I mean, is there nothing I can do? Absolutely.
As far as I'm concerned, no, there's nothing you can do. Yeah.
All right. Thank you,
Okay,
Your
is
Honor.
there anything further?
No, ma'am. Not at this time.
Okay,
That's about it.
okay. Well, if there's nothing further, you're dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Exhausted and broken, Mr. Thorne listens as the final verdict lands. There's nothing the court can offer. No assistance, no empathy, no justice. Just more weight crushing down on a man already drowning. He thanks the judge softly, his voice trembling with heartbreak. Sometimes doing what's right doesn't bring peace. It brings pain. And it leaves us wondering, should the law really let fathers like him walk away with nothing but shattered hope?